know a cat's purr isn't just a cozy sound? It's practically magic. Those low-frequency hums clocking in at 25 to 50 hertz might heal bones, mend muscles, and ease pain. Scientists think this is why cats bounce back from injuries faster than most critters. It's like they've got a secret therapy gadget built right in. Pretty wild, right? Ever wonder why honey never goes bad? Its low water and high acidity make it bacteria's worst nightmare, preserving it for thousands of years. Archaeologists discovered pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs, over 3,000 years old, and still perfectly edible. A sugary relic from the past. The penguin with the title, Sir Waddleton. You think you've seen it all? Well, meet Niels Olav III, a penguin who was not only knighted by Norway's King's Guard in 2008, but also holds the rank of Colonel-in-Chief. I repeat, a penguin colonel. The prune-faced photo trick. Okay, let's travel back in time. Ever noticed how grim everyone looks in those old-timey photos? I always thought they were just super serious, but turns out there's a hilarious reason behind them. Photographers used to tell people to say prunes instead of cheese. Apparently it gave them that tight-lipped, super serious vibe that was all the rage back then. A delicious accident. We all love nachos, right? But did you know they were invented completely by accident? Back in the 1940s, a guy named Ignacio Nacho Anaya whipped up this now iconic dish for some hungry U.S. military wives in Mexico. He just threw together some chips and cheese and boom! A legend was born. Chameleon's emotional palette. Nature's mood ring. Chameleons are famous for their camouflage skills, but did you know their color changes can also reveal their mood? That's right, these guys are basically living mood rings. So, a dark chameleon might be an angry chameleon. Ancient Egyptians didn't sleep on the floor. And for a good reason. They raised their beds to dodge cold drafts and dusty grime, a hygiene hack from way back. Before that, mattresses sat low, soaking up every chill. Picture a pharaoh snoozing high and dry. Smart move, right? Freedom's big feet. Ever stop to think about the Statue of Liberty's shoe size? I mean, she's huge, right? Well, her 151-foot frame would need some seriously massive footwear, like a size 879. Now that's what I call a statement shoe. Hanging around the truth. Let's bust a myth. You might have heard that opossums sleep hanging upside down from their tails. But that's actually a load of, well, you know, but in reality. Their tails aren't strong enough to support their weight for long periods. Flavor all around. Forget those old tongue maps you saw in science class. Turns out your taste buds aren't as picky as we thought. Every part of your tongue can detect all 5 basic tastes: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. It's a team effort. Peanut butter's diamond destiny. Okay, this one sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's totally true. Scientists have actually turned peanut butter into diamonds. They took the carbon from peanut butter and subjected it to insane pressure, creating sparkling gems. I mean, who knew something so delicious, so glamorous could come from the same basic stuff? Blonde ambition. Ever heard those rumors about blondes and redheads fading out? Not true. Thanks to recessive genes, these hair colors are going to keep popping up for generations to come. Picture a family tree with surprise bursts of golden and fiery locks. Hair diversity? It's a genetic guarantee. Think your money's just paper? Think again. It's a tough mix of 25% linen and 75% cotton. Built to last since the 1800s. This combo shrugs off wear and tears better than flimsy parchment ever could. Plus, it's a nightmare for counterfeiters. Next time you rub a bill between your fingers, feel the fabric vibes. It's cash with some serious staying power. Extreme ironing. Think ironing is a chore? Think again. There's a whole world of extreme ironing out there, where people take their ironing boards to the most insane locations. Mountaintops, underwater, you name it. It's part sport, part performance art, and 100% bonkers. Medieval rap throwdowns. Do you think rap battles are a modern invention? Think again. Back in 15th century England, they had flying, which were essentially poetic insult battles. Turkey's angry blush. You know how your face gets all red when you're angry or embarrassed? Well, turkeys do the same thing. When they get riled up, their faces can flush red. Just like us. Pluto's marathon orbit, a cosmic snail's pace. Let's head to the edge of our solar system, where we find Pluto, just taking its sweet, sweet time. Discovered in 1930. This little dwarf planet won't even complete its first orbit around the Sun until the year 2178. That's a leisurely 248-year journey, while speedy Mercury zips around in just 88 days. Squirrel chompers, the never-ending story. Ever notice how squirrels are always gnawing on things? Their teeth never stop growing. All that nut cracking and burying helps keep them worn down. And that orange enamel? Super tough. Picture a squirrel constantly filing its teeth on a stubborn walnut. Nature's got some pretty amazing dental plans. Ever seen the sea turn into a grid of square waves? That's a cross sea. Two wave systems clashing at weird angles to form a stunning but savage pattern. These 10-foot white walls of water can flip boats and leave swimmers scrambling. It's a hypnotic sight with a chaotic twist. Beauty meets danger in a way that'll make you rethink your next dip. The cicada that rules the skies. Meet the Empress Cicada. This is not your average bug. We're talking a 3-inch body and an 8-inch wingspan. Most cicadas are tiny, but this one is a straight-up flying giant, buzzing around like a miniature helicopter. Seriously. The Moroccan tree goats. When you think of goats, you think of them, eating grass in a field. But in Morocco, they've taken things to a whole new level. These goats don't just graze, they climb. They scale argan trees to snag those juicy fruits, like agile acrobats snatching golden argan fruits right off the branches. Europa's secret ocean, a cosmic water world. Let's blast off to space and take a look at one of the most mind-boggling discoveries. Jupiter's moon, Europa. Imagine this. Beneath its icy shell, Europa is hiding an ocean. Not just any ocean, but one that's twice the size of Earth's. And get this, Mars has water too. The secret to eternal life. What if I told you there's a creature that can basically hit the reset button on its life? Enter the Turritopsis dornier, a jellyfish that can technically live forever. When stressed, it can revert back to its juvenile polyp stage and begin its life cycle anew. Nature's grand design. Stars versus trees. let's take a moment to zoom out and think big. Really big. Which do you think there are more of, trees or stars? You might be surprised to learn that Earth boasts a staggering 3 trillion trees. That dwarfs the Milky Way's estimated 100 billion stars. It's almost hard to wrap your head around. Nature's green army outshines the cosmos in sheer numbers. Think hygiene is a modern thing? Nope. Our ancestors were combing hair and digging latrines thousands of years ago, all thanks to a built-in disgust instinct that fights germs. What's lurking beneath the Baltic Sea? In 2011, divers stumbled on something straight out of a sci-fi flick. A 200-foot wide disc chilling on the ocean floor. Ancient artifact? Ice Age meteorite? Theories are flying, especially since the metals inside don't match anything ordinary. No one's cracked the case yet, and the mystery keeps conspiracy buffs buzzing. Ever heard of a maelstrom? These aren't your average whirlpools. They're ocean vortexes, so fierce they'd give Vikings nightmares. Formed when currents crash, some stretch 93 miles wide, sucking in ships with a grip that won't quit. Today's cruise liners dodge the worst, but get caught and you're riding waves wilder than a roller coaster. Imagine a calm sea hiding a spinning death trap below. Nature's got some sneaky tricks up its sleeve. Have you ever caught a green flash at sunset? Blink and you'll miss it. Just as the sun dips below the horizon, its top edge flares green for a heartbeat. It's all thanks to Earth's atmosphere bending sunlight into a rainbow, with green stealing the spotlight under perfect conditions. Clear skies are your ticket to this rare show. Next time you're beachside, keep your eyes peeled for nature's little wink. Where rivers meet the sea, something wild happens. Tidal bores shove ocean tides upstream against the flow. You need a shallow river and a hefty 20-foot tide swing, like on the Amazon, where surfers ride these rebel waves. It's nature flipping the script, turning a lazy river into a roaring thrill ride. Who knew water could be so rebellious? Goosebumps tiny triggers. Ever get those weird little bumps on your skin when you're cold or spooked? Those are goosebumps, and they're caused by tiny muscles called erector pili that flex and make your hair stand on end. It's a quirky little reflex, a leftover from our evolutionary past. Flamingos are built to break the rules of dining. They eat with their heads upside down. Their strange beaks filter out food while their heads are completely flipped underwater. It's not a mistake, it's survival. Nature didn't just give them long legs. It gave them the weirdest dinner trick on Earth. Now that's fine dining, in reverse. Humans versus dolphins. Alright, let's kick things off with an underwater showdown. You might think dolphins are the ultimate breath holders of the sea, right? I mean, they're practically built for it. But hold up. Dolphins can last around 40 minutes by slowing their heart rate, which is impressive, no doubt. But get this. Expert human divers can sometimes hang out even longer. Imagine watching a whole sitcom. Underwater, human versus dolphin in the ultimate breath-holding competition. Who are you rooting for? Drop your guesses in the comments below. Why are shadows on the moon so intense? No atmosphere means no scattered light. Just pitch-black edges cutting through the gray. Astronaut footprints stay crisp for millions of years, with no wind to blur them. Picture those stark lunar lines. Space doesn't mess around with its artwork. What if I told you Earth's core is hiding a fortune? There's enough gold down there to coat the planet knee-deep, if only we could grab it. Meteorites dropped it here eons ago. but at 1,800 miles deep, it's too hot to touch. Could you survive in space without a suit? Forget the Hollywood drama. You won't explode in space. But survive? Not for long. In the vacuum of space, you've got about 15 seconds before you black out from lack of oxygen. No air. No pressure. No time. So, think you'd hold your breath? Ever notice you don't sneeze when you're dreaming? When you're sick, your brain tunes out nose tickles during sleep, saving the achoo for daylight. It's like your mind's got a nighttime truce with your cold. Pretty handy for a peaceful snooze, huh? Did you know the year used to end in February? The old Roman calendar ran just 304 days, until Julius Caesar's 46 BCE overhaul added months and synced it to the sun. No more lunar mess. Imagine flipping from a short February to a bright new March. Did you know that those apples in your grocery store could be over a year old? Waxed and chilled. They're preserved like fruit time travelers, staying crisp from orchard to shelf. Next time you bite into one, think about its secret journey. Pretty sneaky for a snack, right? They're a whole different beast from their fiery land cousins. Near the surface, they blast steam and debris sky high. But deep down, they spew gas bubbles that mess with water density, quietly dragging ships under. Hawaii's black sand beaches. That's their handiwork, ground up volcanic leftovers. Inside Norway's chillest jail. Forget harsh prison stereotypes. Picture this. Halden Prison, a couple of hours south of Oslo. They've got this thing called dynamic security. Sounds intense, right? Nope. It's all about guards and inmates actually, interacting. Sharing meals, doing activities together. The idea? A more human environment that helps folks adjust better. Pretty interesting approach, wouldn't you say? Orca Underworld, the Whaling Buddies. Okay, get this bizarre story from early 1900s Australia. Fishermen in Eden, New South Wales had a seriously strange partnership with orcas. These killer whales would actually herd baleen whales towards the coast. Then this one orca, Old Tom, would literally jump and wave to signal the fishermen. Talk about a bloody business arrangement. Makes you wonder what Old Tom was really thinking. More water than you can imagine. Out in the vastness of space, there's a water cloud so massive it could fill all of Earth's oceans, 140 trillion times. Scientists think comets might have even brought our water here from something like it. Just imagine that cosmic mist raining down. Space is way wetter than we usually think, huh? Your unsung body armor. Let's talk superheroes. Specifically the one you wear every single day. Your skin. 8 pounds covering 22 square feet, constantly on guard. It keeps you cool, blocks the bad stuff. Think of it stretching and flexing like a super cape. Your biggest protector rocking some serious style. The secret champion of your schedule. Ever wonder where your time really goes? Turns out, the average adult spends about 3 hours a week in the bathroom. That's more than hitting the gym for a lot of us. So, picture your bathroom breaks as little mini vacations, those private moments that are secretly winning the battle for your schedule. 5-second myth, germs don't wait. Heads up on that 5-second rule. Yeah, it's a total myth. Germs are lightning fast. Drop food, and they're on it instantly. And if it's wet, forget about it, they're throwing a party. Imagine tiny cartoon germs doing a mad dash for your dropped sandwich. Bottom line, floor snacks, not worth the risk. Coffee. Surprisingly hydrating. Here's a fun fact for all you coffee lovers out there. That cup of joe? It actually counts towards your daily water intake. So, no need to feel guilty about that extra brew. Picture your coffee mug filling up your hydration meter. Sip away and stay refreshed. Beyond Neptune lies Haumea. Space is full of surprises, but this one takes the cake. Or should I say, takes the potato. Beyond Neptune lies Haumea, a dwarf planet shaped like a potato. Yeah, you heard me right, a potato. And to top it off, it's got rings like Saturn. This cosmic spud is spinning through space with some serious flair, proving that the universe isn't all perfect spheres. Sharks self-clean. Okay, this one's a bit wild. Some sharks have this crazy ability to actually eject their stomachs to get rid of tough stuff like turtle shells. Then, get this, they just reel them right back in. Imagine a shark basically barfing out its guts and then... Nope, never mind. Gross, but undeniably ingenious. Sea foam. Shake up some seawater and you get sea foam. Those frothy bubbles of salt, algae, and protein that look harmless enough. But here's the catch. During an algal bloom, it can turn toxic, carrying stuff that'll burn your eyes and lungs. That fluffy beach topping might look inviting, but dive into a thick patch and you'll wish you'd stayed on shore. Nature's got a way of hiding surprises. Bottom of the ocean. Imagine the deepest part of the ocean. Bone-crushing pressure, total darkness. And yet, a beer bottle. Found nearly 35,000 feet down in the Mariana Trench. This shocking discovery proves that human waste reaches even Earth's most remote places. This wasn't just any dive. The limiting factor, a cutting-edge submersible, ventured into the abyss to explore the unknown. What did it find? A heartbreaking reminder of our impact on the planet, sitting amongst the mysteries of the trench. If one bottle made it, what other traces of humanity lie in the deep? And what do these hidden depths reveal about the health of our oceans? Even the ocean's greatest depths need protecting. Power naps, penguin style. Have you ever pondered how chin-strap penguins manage to sleep amidst the relentless chatter and clamor of their packed colonies? Scientists have finally cracked a piece of this puzzling mystery, and it's absolutely fascinating. These charismatic seabirds have an extraordinary adaptation that will leave you in awe. Unlike us, chin-strap penguins take over 10,000 micronaps every day. Each snooze lasts just a few seconds, but when pieced together, they chalk up an impressive 11 hours of daily rest. This smart sleep strategy lets them recharge in brief doses while staying sharp for predators. The animal kingdom never ceases to amaze. Nature's ingenuity is endless. I'm above grammar, a king's bold claim. Picture this. It's the early 1400s at the Council of Constance, a meeting to resolve serious church conflicts. Holy Roman Emperor Sigismund boldly speaks, but oops, he makes a Latin grammatical mistake. A scholar corrects him on the spot. Instead of conceding, Sigismund famously declares, "I am king of the Romans and above grammar." With this one statement, he defied scholarly norms and secured the nickname Super Grammaticus. This quirky moment highlights a deeper divide. Kings ruled through power, while scholars clung to precision. But in this case, Sigismund's ego reigned supreme. Love history's bold twists? Operation Cat Drop. How cats fell from the sky to save Borneo. In 1960, Borneo faced an alarming rat infestation threatening crops and public health. The problem originated from human interventions disrupting the delicate balance of the ecosystem. leading to unintended consequences. Enter Operation Cat Drop. The UK's Royal Air Force, in partnership with the WHO, devised a bold plan. An astonishing 14,000 live cats were airlifted from Singapore and parachuted into the remote areas of Sarawak. Surprisingly, the strategy worked. The feline saviors successfully reduced the rat population, not only saving agriculture, but also highlighting the fascinating, often ironic, interplay between human actions and natural ecosystems. Who knew that parachuting cats could restore balance and inspire curiosity? The legend of the Loch Ness Monster. Dare we disturb the waters of a legend? For centuries, whispers have echoed across the Scottish Highlands. Speaking of a creature lurking beneath the surface of Loch Ness, blurry photos, sonar anomalies, eyewitness accounts. Is it a prehistoric survivor, a trick of the light, or simply a collective delusion? The mystery deepens with each passing year. Despite countless expeditions and scientific scrutiny, Nessie remains elusive. Is the truth more fascinating than the myth, or perhaps the real monster is the power of belief itself? Despite numerous reported sightings and investigations, no definitive evidence has ever been found to prove the existence of a large aquatic creature in Scotland's Loch Ness. Many of the sightings were likely hoaxes or misidentified animals, but the legend lives on in folklore. Subscribe for more historical mysteries and share your own Nessie theories in the comments below. A school bus crossing borders. Imagine riding a school bus that crosses an international border twice, every single day. Welcome to Point Roberts, Washington, a tiny U.S. town cut off by Canada. Here, students experience an extraordinary journey to attend school in Blaine, Washington. Each morning, the bus begins its 40-minute route, driving through Canada to reach the U.S. mainland. Then the trip is repeated on the way back home. Now, that's 4 border crossings, immigration checks and all, just to get an education. This unique commute shows the resilience of Point Roberts' tight-knit community and highlights how geography shapes daily life in unexpected ways. Curious about more stories like this? Hit the like button and follow for more incredible facts from all around the world. Spacesuit secrets revealed. Spacesuit secrets NASA won't tell you. Ever noticed astronauts always wear white suits? It's not just a fashion choice. White reflects the sun's intense radiation, keeping astronauts cool in the scorching, airless void of space. Without it, they'd be baking like cookies in an oven. Space isn't just cold and empty, it's a radiation war zone. High-energy cosmic rays zip through space at near-light speeds, capable of frying electronics and harming astronauts. Spacesuits provide some protection, but scientists are racing to develop even better shielding for deep space missions to Mars and beyond. Hit subscribe now for more fascinating space facts. The daring hot air balloon escape, a flight to freedom. What if your only chance at freedom was flying over a deadly border in a homemade hot air balloon? In 1979, 2 brave families trapped in East Germany dared to defy the odds. Their first flight ended in failure, with their secret nearly exposed to authorities. But they didn't give up because freedom was worth the risk. On a dark September night, they launched again. Climbing over 2,500 meters high, they soared across the guarded border in a nail-biting 28-minute flight, landing safely in West Germany. Like, share, to explore more daring stories of human resilience. The evolution of hatpins, when fashion meets self-defense. Hatpins, from fashion accessories to self-defense tools. In the early 1900s, women adorned their hats with long hatpins, some exceeding 13 inches in length. Beyond their decorative purpose, these pins became practical tools for self-defense against unwanted advances. Reports from that era describe women using hatpins to deter mashers, men who made inappropriate advances by jabbing them when necessary. The widespread use of hatpins as weapons led to public concern and by 1910, cities like Chicago passed ordinances limiting their length, reflecting societal tensions over women's autonomy and safety. Figs, nature's hidden blossoms. Did you know that figs aren't technically fruits? There's something even cooler, structures called syconia. Imagine a bouquet of flowers turned inside out, hidden within a hollow, fleshy vessel. Inside each fig, tiny flowers quietly bloom. But here's the twist. They're pollinated by specialized fig wasps that sneak inside through a small opening, completing a peculiar partnership. It's a perfect example of nature's remarkable design. As these hidden flowers mature, they turn into the crunchy seeds we all love. That's right, you're eating a floral masterpiece with every fig bite. The mystery of the missing 10 days in 1582. Did you know the calendar you rely on daily is missing 10 days? Scroll back to October 1582 and something peculiar happens. October 5th to 14th simply vanish. Why? It's no magic trick, but a historical moment of astronomical precision. Pope Gregory XIII led the charge to fix the drifting Julian calendar, which had slipped out of sync with the seasons by 11 minutes annually. His solution? The Gregorian calendar, a reset that deleted 10 days to realign the calendar with Earth's orbit. Not all countries embraced this change right away. Some resisted for centuries. This historic time shift reshaped how the world measures the passage of days. Did you know that a 14-year-old invented TV? Imagine being just 14 years old and inventing something that would change the world forever. That's exactly what Philo Farnsworth did. Back in 1920, while plowing a potato field in Idaho, a farm boy had a genius idea. What if images could be transmitted electronically, just like rows of crops lined up in the soil? With no formal training, just raw brilliance, he sketched out the concept of modern television. Years later, he battled giant corporations like RCA over patents. His invention paved the way for everything we watch today. Netflix, YouTube, TikTok, all thanks to a teenage visionary with a dream. The mystery of Stendhal syndrome. Have you ever felt dizzy or overwhelmed when gazing at breathtaking art or majestic architecture? This fascinating sensation, known as Stendhal syndrome, highlights the profound emotional and physical impact beauty can have on the human spirit. Named after French author Stendhal, who documented his intense reaction to Florence's artistic treasures in the 19th century, reminds us how deeply art connects with our inner world. In 1979, Italian psychiatrist Graziella Magarini brought Stendhal syndrome into the scientific spotlight after witnessing over 100 cases among Florence's visitors. Symptoms like rapid heartbeat, dizziness, and even fainting tell stories of art's universal power to inspire awe and introspection. Diamond Planet, 55, Cancri E. Imagine a planet where diamonds aren't rare. They're everywhere. Meet 55 Cancri, an exoplanet 41 light-years away in the constellation Cancer. Nearly twice the size of Earth and 8 times its mass, it's a super-Earth, unlike anything in our solar system. Scientists believe that this planet's carbon-rich makeup and extreme pressure conditions might create a dazzling interior filled with diamonds. A true celestial treasure trove, one that you won't find in any jewelry store. But hold on. 55 Cancri A isn't all glitz. Its scorching daytime temperatures and volatile atmosphere make it a fiery, uninhabitable world. The mystery continues to surround this sparkling enigma. Curious for more cosmic wonders? Fascinating origins of the word logo. Ever wondered why we call it a logo? Turns out the term has roots that reach far back into history, carrying a deeper meaning than you might think. The word logo is actually short for logotype, stemming from the ancient Greek words logos, meaning word, and tupos, meaning mark or imprint. In essence, a logo is a visual symbol representing an idea, brand, or identity, a practice as old as civilization itself. Civilizations like the Egyptians and Mesopotamians used symbols to convey power and identity. Over time, this evolved into the logos we recognize today, a key to branding and global communication. Curious about more timeless stories? Follow us to uncover the hidden history. The untold story, how Android almost went extinct. Imagine Android the giant, almost never existing. Back in 2003, the tiny Android team was on the brink of collapse. No funding, no future, and even facing eviction. Just when things looked hopeless, Steve Perlman appeared. No, not the web guy. This real-life hero swooped in like a tech world superhero. He handed them $10,000 in cash, stuffed in a paper bag, just to keep the dream alive. And get this, he refused any equity. That gamble paid off big time. Today, Android powers over 3 billion devices worldwide. Imagine if that bag of cash had never shown up. Would we all be using flip phones? The world's deepest diving bird. Imagine plunging into the icy, pitch-black depths of the Antarctic Ocean. No oxygen tank, no wetsuit, just pure instinct. Well, one bird does it daily, diving deeper than the height of the Empire State Building. Meet the emperor penguin, the world's deepest diving bird. These incredible creatures are true champions of the deep, descending over 1,800 feet, 550 meters below the surface, deeper than most submarines go. They brave near-freezing waters in search of fish, squid, and crustaceans, all while holding their breath for up to 20 minutes. That's longer than some dolphins. So how does a bird pull off such extreme feats? The emperor penguin has evolved some mind-blowing adaptations. Their blood is supercharged with hemoglobin, allowing them to store vast amounts of oxygen. They slow their heart rate from about 200 beats per minute down to just 15, conserving energy for the long journey down. Their solid bones prevent them from floating up too soon, making them expert deep divers. Their powerful flippers act like propellers, helping them glide effortlessly through the icy depths. To put this into perspective, the deepest human freedive ever recorded was 702 feet, 214 meters. And that required years of intense training. Meanwhile, emperor penguins do this daily without even thinking about it. Scientists are fascinated by these extreme divers. Studying their adaptations could even help improve human diving technology and give insights into how animals survive in extreme environments. Every dive an emperor penguin takes is like a mini science experiment happening in real time, helping researchers understand the mysteries of the deep. Emperor penguins are still diving, still swimming, still hunting, and they're just getting started. It's an elite deep-sea diver, a master of survival, and a true wonder of nature. The secret behind invisibility technology. Ever dreamed of becoming invisible? This science is closer than you think. Invisibility isn't just magic, it's cutting-edge science. Researchers are engineering metamaterials and artificial substances that manipulate light in extraordinary ways. These metamaterials bend light around objects, creating an optical camouflage effect. Imagine light flowing around an object as if it weren't even there. The implications are huge. Stealth technology could be revolutionized, offering unprecedented levels of concealment. Beyond military applications, think of enhanced privacy and advanced display technologies. The future is bright or perhaps unseen. Ready to dive deeper into the world of metamaterials and optical illusions? Explore the latest research and share your thoughts on the future of invisibility technology in the comments below. Let's unravel the mysteries of light together. The Renaissance fueled by coffee. When coffee made its way from Arabia to Europe in the vibrant days of the Renaissance, it became more than a drink. It was an intellectual catalyst. Coffee's arrival marked the dawn of a new era, influencing minds and reshaping society. In England, coffee houses earned the nickname penny universities, because for just a penny, people gained access to stimulating discussions and an exchange of ideas. These buzzing hubs welcomed individuals from all walks of life, bridging social gaps over steaming cups of coffee. Remarkably, the Royal Society of London, one of history's most influential scientific institutions, held its earliest gatherings in coffee houses. By fostering dialogue, coffee directly fueled the intellectual revolutions that defined the Renaissance and, later, the Enlightenment. The giants of the ocean. Meet the blue whale, nature's most massive marvel. Growing up to 100 feet long and weighing a staggering 200 tons. These ocean giants are the largest animals to have ever existed. Imagine a heart as big as a car powering this gentle titan through the deep blue sea. Despite their colossal size, blue whales dine on some of the ocean's tiniest creatures, krill. During feeding seasons, they consume up to 6 tons of these shrimp-like morsels daily, showcasing just how unique the ocean's ecosystem truly is. Sadly, blue whales face growing threats like ship collisions and habitat loss. Their population is endangered, and their future depends on our actions to protect these incredible creatures and their ocean home. Did you know Mars is home to a mountain so massive it dwarfs anything on Earth? Olympus Mons is the tallest volcano in the entire solar system, rising an astonishing 13.6 miles, 22 kilometers high. Olympus Mons is nearly 3 times taller than Mount Everest. But that's not all. This Martian giant stretches 370 miles, 600 kilometers wide, covering an area as large as Arizona. Unlike the steep peaks on Earth, Olympus Mons has gentle, sloping sides, shaped by countless volcanic eruptions over millions of years. At its summit lies a vast caldera, a sign of its once massive lava flows. Scientists believe it might not be entirely extinct. Some signs suggest it could still be geologically active, meaning future eruptions aren't out of the question. Imagine the spectacle of a Martian volcanic eruption. Want to explore more mind-blowing wonders of space? Subscribe now and join us on this journey through the cosmos. The afternoon crash. Feeling drained between 1 to 3 p.m.? It's not just you. This slump, known as the afternoon crash, often brings fatigue and struggles with focus. But what's causing it? Blame your circadian rhythm, a biological cycle that temporarily lowers your alertness in the afternoon. It's your body's way of nudging you toward rest. Poor sleep, stress, or a heavy lunch can amplify this lull. Even skipping meals or eating junk food might sap your midday energy. Don't let the slump slow you down. The ancient origins of soap making. Did you know the story of soap stretches back millennia? Prepare to dive into the surprisingly rich history of this everyday essential. Our journey begins in ancient Babylon, around 2800 BC. Archaeological evidence reveals the Babylonians were pioneers, crafting a soap-like substance. They ingeniously heated a mixture of oil and wood ash. This marked one of humanity's earliest controlled chemical reactions, a testament to their ingenuity. Interestingly, this early soap wasn't for bathing. It primarily served to cleanse woolen clothing, showcasing a different priority in ancient hygiene. It took centuries for soap to transition into the personal care product we know today. In fact, for centuries, many civilizations didn't even see soap as essential for cleanliness. So, next time you use soap, remember, you're taking part in an ancient chemistry experiment that was once more about laundry than luxury. The longest webcam stream in history. Can you believe there's a webcam stream that started in 1994 and is still going today? It's the Fog Cam at San Francisco State University. It was the idea of former student Jeff Schwartz, who one day saw live footage of a coffee maker in Cambridge, England, which incredibly was the world's first live stream. Schwartz and Stafford Dan Wong then took things to new heights by aiming a camera at unsuspecting people on campus. Triangular tinkles, tiny triangle tunes. You all know what a triangle is, right? A tiny coat hanger-like thing with a surprisingly powerful tinkling noise, used in an orchestra. 1855 saw the first recorded appearance of this pint-sized instrument in Europe. We've apparently known about it since the 14th century, though it was a few hundred years before music lovers really took notice. They're linked to the Turkish Janissary military types who served in the Ottoman Empire. Think of that the next time you're laughing at a lone man holding a triangle. The oldest surviving bank, banking on history. Banks. Love them or hate them, there's no getting away from them. They've been part of human civilization for a long time. But how long exactly? Well, the oldest bank in the world that's still standing today is Banca Monte dei Paschi di Siena, located in Tuscany, Italy. It first opened its doors in 1472. Its mission was reportedly to help the poor and needy. When was the last time you saw a bank do that? While I think that it's probably not as generous today, it's still the fourth largest of its kind in the country. Ancient dreadlocks, dreadful hair history. Dreadlocks are firmly established in the history of human hair. We don't know precisely how far back they go, but the story behind them is fascinating and also concerning. For starters, the word dreadlocks has a dark connection to colonialism. In the 19th century, the British reportedly found the hairstyle dreadful, and so an iconic yet awkward word was born. The first ever mention of them dates to between 2500 and 1500 BCE. The ancient Minoan civilization in Greece is also believed to have one of the very first depictions from Mali warriors. The style is found across a variety of cultures. We just don't know who started it all. You've heard of the clover plant, which typically has 3 or 4 leaves. The numbers can go higher, but the greater the leaves, the rarer the clover. So it's astonishing that one lucky individual found one with 56 leaves. This honor fell to Japanese stem studier Shago Abara, who spotted the amazing piece of greenery in 2009. Okay, get this. Your adorable feline friend? Totally blind to sweetness. They're actually missing the taste receptors for it. So while we might drool over a sugary treat, it's all the same to them. Picture your cat turning up its nose at a whole pile of candy. Dessert just isn't on their radar. Isn't that wild? Game Boy in Space, Galactic Gaming. Nintendo's Game Boy was released in 1989, and it was a pocket-sized console, designed to be played anywhere. One man who took that to the extreme was Alexander. A Co-V cosmonaut Sov brought his Game Boy along for his trip to the Mir space station in 1993, which made it the first console to go beyond the stars. After circling the planet reported 3,000 times, the Game Boy and SOV went back to Earth bottoms of New York. This game was later auctioned in 2011, selling it for a cool $1,220. Squeak of the Ninja, the anti-ninja floors. Need to protect your home against ninjas. The Japanese aristocracy relied on so-called Nightingale Floors. The wooden planks would cheer up, like birds if an assassin came near they looked. Nice, but probably sounded quite annoying if you're trying to relax. Perfect, if someone's trying to sneak up on you. Liquefying caterpillars. What happens when a caterpillar cocoons itself before emerging? As a beautiful butterfly, the truth is actually complex and possibly vomit-inducing inside the caterpillar's body. Are things called imaginal discs. Imaginal relates to imago, or the adult stage of the life cycle. These discs exist on a cellular level, in other words. They're very, very small that the caterpillar need them in order to metamorphosize. But how does it do this? By digesting itself, enzymes are released in the cocoon, which melt the old body and usher in the new one. In 2019, the Ophiuchus cluster blew up with 20 billion megatons, every millisecond for 240 million years. Picture galaxies shaking from that cosmic boom. Space doesn't mess around. Sunflowers clean up power. The Fukushima disaster devastated Japan and shocked the world. The combination of an earthquake and tsunami led to a power failure that had a catastrophic effect on the nuclear power station at Fukushima. Prefecture Northeast Japan, around 880,000, needed to evacuate. However, the exposure to radiation led to at least one death that we know of. The surrounding environment was heavily polluted. Probably the last thing you'd think of was planting sunflowers. Yet, that was precisely what Shinji Honda wanted to do in the aftermath. His thinking was that the plants would basically absorb the radiation and then potentially clean the soil. There was a certain amount of skepticism and enthusiasm for the idea. Approximately 10,000 packets of sunflower seeds were sold locally to encourage the project Ku Abe. Puma power, one cat. Many names. Did you know that pumas, cougars, and mountain lions are all the same species? These classic 4 American predators come under the title of puma concolor. What they're called depends on where you are in the Americas. For example, puma is associated with Latin America and cougar with North America. If you're wondering what puma concolor means, it's a name referring to one coloring, which really makes sense because pumas can be different in color. Chessmate. Zwangzug. No, this actually isn't a sound you make when you sneeze. It's a crazy catch-all description relating to an impossible situation. Specifically, this German word comes from the world of chess. It dates back to the mid-19th century. Who knows, with chess in the public eye, thanks to Netflix's The Queen's Gambit, we might see Swang make a big comeback. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? The secret origin of white. Where does the word white even come from? It's a wild linguistic journey. It all started with the ancient Proto-Indo-European word quintos, meaning bright or shining. Fast forward, Germanic tribes twisted it into quitas, then Old English morphed it into white, and finally, white as we know it. Oh, and fun fact, the phrase black and white first popped up in the 14th century. Proof that language evolves like a living creature, always changing, always surprising. The secondhand sorrow. Think your old clothes are helping Africa? Well, not always. In Rwanda, secondhand clothing isn't a blessing, it's a curse. Imported clothes crushed local businesses, ended textile jobs, and left the country dependent on foreign leftovers. Rwanda fought back with a bold ban in 2016. The result? A trade war with the US on an all-over used t-shirts. Ever think about what tiny creatures are up to while you're catching some Z's? Well, picture this. Termites. These little guys, they never sleep. It's a 24/7 wood-munching marathon. Imagine a tiny construction crew, but instead of building, they're constantly demolishing, and the clock doesn't even exist in their world. They're just relentlessly chewing away. Forget the red nose. Reindeer have supervision. While humans struggle in a blinding white snowstorm, reindeer thrive. Why? They can see ultraviolet light, a rare skill in the animal kingdom. Predators lurking in the snow or food hidden beneath the ice glow like neon signs in their world. A 2023 study confirmed it. Reindeer aren't just built for the cold. They're built to see what others can't. Need for speed. Butterflies may not look that fast as they flutter around. However, it turns out the skipper butterfly is quite the speed freak. Their wing muscles allow them to fly well over 30 miles per hour, and their maximum recorded speed is 37 miles per hour, which places the head of a racehorse. A possible reason behind the surprising stat lies in the skipper status. As a butterfly SL moth, it certainly seems to have the edge over its fragile-looking pals. Don't skip Election Day, vote or starve. Skipping the vote? No big deal. But in the Holy Roman Empire? Deadly serious. Between 800 and 1806 in Europe, they took their democracy pretty seriously. If you were one of the elite voters picking the next emperor, you had exactly 30 days to do it. Missed that deadline? You weren't going anywhere. A punishment was meted out. Not only were you banned from leaving the city, you also had a special non-voter diet. Nothing but bread and water until you cast your vote. Democracy never tasted so dry. Forget tear gas. In 2010, police in Northern Ireland tried a sweeter weapon: ice cream truck music. A drunken gang was hurling bottles, until the sirens switched to cheerful ice cream tunes. Shockingly, it worked. The chaos stopped cold, but higher-ups weren't impressed. They banned the tactic. Imagine getting disarmed by nostalgia. The sound of childhood beat the sound of sirens. Brutal, yes, but kinda brilliant. Get this adorable image in your head. A toucan, all that vibrant plumage, curling up into a perfect little ball to catch some Z's. Their massive beak gets tucked onto their back, and their tail flips right over their head. Talk about a cozy and totally bizarre way to doze off. Giant pandas? They're the ultimate napping pros. Forest floor? Perfect. Leaning against a tree? Why not? And get this. When they're born, these cuddly giants are smaller than mice. Picture a tiny fluff ball already snoring away on a giant log. Cute chaos from the very beginning. Talk about a plot twist in the ocean. Clownfish all start out as males, but here's the kicker. They can actually change into females, and it's a permanent switch. Imagine a little orange and white fish suddenly deciding, nope, I'm in charge now. Nature definitely doesn't play by our rules. Forget fingerprints. Did you know that animals like dogs and cats have nose prints that are as unique as our own? Totally one of a kind. Picture a curious dog's snout under a magnifying glass. Turns out their nose is their very own special identification. Who knew? Forget round eyeballs. Owls have these amazing tube-like structures for their eyes, giving them incredible night vision. But here's the freaky part. Their eyes are fixed in those tubes, so they have to rotate their entire head. Almost 270 degrees. Imagine that eerie, silent swivel as they scan the darkness. Seriously awesome. Penguins might not have those cute outer ears we expect, but don't let that fool you. They can hear just fine. They're especially tuned in for the sounds of seals. They're predators. Polar bears aren't really a threat in most penguin habitats. Picture a sleek penguin tilting its head, listening intently. Sound is their silent early warning system. Think about a jellyfish. That wobbly, translucent creature is a whopping 98% water. That's why they just kind of vanish when they wash up on shore. Imagine one of those ethereal blobs puffing into a watery mist as the sun hits it. Fragile and fleeting, that's a jellyfish. You wouldn't expect it, but apparently alligators have a surprisingly polite side. There are documented instances of them actually letting manatees cut them off in the water. Picture a tough-looking gator almost bowing its head as a gentle manatee swims by. Gentlemen of the swamp indeed. At SciFacts Info, your go-to channel for fascinating and educational facts. From interesting trivia to mind-blowing discoveries, we deliver bite-sized content designed to entertain and inform curious minds.